Is Julius Randle becoming a real star in this league? Let's get into this. Julius Randle was drafted 7th overall in the 2014 draft by the Los Angeles Lakers. Early in his career, he broke his leg, derailing his early career with the Lakers. In the end, though, Julius Randle did not end up living to expectations with the Lakers and moved on to the Pelicans. When Julius Randle moved to the Pelicans, he saw his production increase with averages of 21 points per game and 8 rebounds per game. After a pretty successful season, Julius Randle moved on to the New York Knicks. He was hated by the fans, his production dipped, and he had a newfound turnover issue, and it all seemed like it was a terrible situation. After that really rough season with the Knicks, Julius Randle could have just said that he's done with the situation and wants a trade, but instead he worked his tail off over that offseason. Julius Randle came into this season with a completely different game. He found a new passing ability, and his other strengths were getting stronger. He also completely improved his jump shot, with his mid-range game being absolutely automatic and shooting 40% from 3, which was a career high for him. His new and improved game didn't only help his numbers but also helped his team win games. The Knicks had no expectations to be anywhere near good, but they're currently at a record of 18-17 and they have the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference. Especially in the month of February, Julius Randle's game has only been getting better. He put in a 44-point game and the Knicks are also winning like crazy. With Julius's improved play, he was rewarded with his first NBA All-Star appearance, and now the question is, could he sustain this or is he a one-year wonder? I think Julius Randle can not only sustain this game but even get better, just due to the fact that he added a passing game. Julius Randle has always been a pretty good shooter, but opening up the game with passing just helps him out so much and really takes his game to the next level. With significant improvement in his three-point game as well, Julius Randle could really be a star for years to come. Julius Randle is now playing smarter with kicking out to open teammates, which makes NBA defenses now need to stay tight on his teammates, giving him more room to work. Julius has successfully made the Knicks relevant again, now trying to get the Knicks to make the playoffs. Tom Thibodeau was a big influence on why Julius Randle was able to turn his game around. Tom Thibodeau has had a history of developing young players. With players like Derrick Rose and Jimmy Butler thriving under Thibodeau in Chicago, Julius has finally found himself in a really good situation. I think Julius will continue with his upward trajectory by getting better as the season goes on. Julius has proven that he's a really hard worker and will do what it takes to become an NBA star for years to come. Julius Randle's in a great situation with the Knicks, with players like RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quickley significantly improving to help his game out as well. If the Knicks acquire more shooters, it would exponentially help Julius Randle's game and help his team win. Another part of Julius Randle's game that significantly improved is his defense. His defensive ability, especially in the post, has been very impressive to say the least. Julius Randle has always been putting up numbers, especially with the Pelicans and with the Knicks in his first year, and even with the Lakers to an extent, but this year is a completely different Julius Randle. Julius Randle, although does have a few drawbacks to his game, like his turnover numbers, which has improved a little bit but not enough to where he needs to be. Julius Randle still makes some dumb passes and still has a few games where he has a lot of turnovers in them. He has improved his turnover numbers from last year respectively, and he has shown the ability to improve his game, so I think he definitely could improve his numbers as time goes on. Julius has a really high usage percentage, especially for a power forward that would lead to all these turnovers in the first place. He does 100% need to get his turnovers down, but he's not the only star in the NBA who has turnover issues. Players like Russell Westbrook and James Harden come to mind for players who have turnover issues who are also superstars. Julius Randle still has a long way to go before we can say he's a legitimate star in this league, but I think he's proven to have the work ethic in order to get there. Last season, the Knicks almost traded Julius Randle to the Hornets for Terry Rozier, but looking back at it now, I think the Knicks are happy they didn't make that move. In a few years from now, we may look back at this and say Julius Randle is a perennial all-star, or we may say that Julius Randle fell off his track and became a worse player for it. I personally think this is just the beginning of what Julius Randle could potentially be, but let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you think he will be a perennial all-star, or maybe you guys think he'll fall off a cliff and he'll become a worse player? But anyways guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until next time, peace out.